Willow Creek, a quaint, unassuming town nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering willows. Beneath its tranquil facade, a current of unease ran deep. At the heart of this disquiet stood Willow Creek Mansion. An imposing Victorian structure, it loomed over the town like a watchful spectre. Locals whispered of the mansion's dark history. Tales of tragedy, betrayal, and unexplained occurrences circulated like wildfire. Generations passed and the stories evolved. Each retelling added a layer of mystique, blurring the line between fact and folklore. The mansion became a symbol of the unknown, a stark reminder of the secrets lurking beneath the surface of their peaceful town. Its presence cast a long shadow, a silent witness to the passage of time and the tragedies it held. Detective Emily Monroe scoffed at the town's folklore. A woman of science and logic, she dismissed the rumors as mere superstition. Her world revolved around evidence, tangible proof that could withstand the scrutiny of a courtroom. She arrived in Willow Creek a skeptic, determined to unravel the truth behind its chilling tales. Years on the force had hardened her, honed her instincts into razor-sharp tools. She trusted her gut, but more importantly, she trusted the facts. The supernatural held no sway over her. Ghosts and goblins were for campfire stories, not police reports. She sought concrete answers, not the comfort of spooky narratives. The disappearance of Sarah Blackwood shook Willow Creek to its core. One day she was there, a vibrant young woman with her whole life ahead of her. The next, she vanished without a trace. The town held its breath, fear clinging to the air like morning mist. The rumors began to swirl, fingers pointing towards the mansion on the hill. Sarah's disappearance was more than just a case for Detective Monroe. It was a puzzle demanding to be solved. The initial investigation yielded few clues. A shattered vase in Sarah's living room, signs of a struggle, and then nothing. The trail ran cold, leading many to believe that Sarah had become another victim of the mansion's sinister influence. Duty-bound, Detective Monroe stood before the imposing gates of Willow Creek Mansion. The iron twisted into menacing shapes, as if the house itself was reaching out. A shiver ran down her spine, a feeling she quickly dismissed as a trick of the wind. Despite her skepticism, the mansion had an undeniable aura, a palpable sense of foreboding. Stepping inside, she was greeted by an eerie silence. Dust caked every surface and cobwebs clung to the once grand chandeliers. The air hung heavy with the scent of decay and the weight of forgotten memories. It was as if time itself had stood still within these walls, preserving the secrets held within. As she ventured deeper into the mansion, each creaking step fueled her determination to uncover the truth. A breakthrough came in the form of a dust-covered diary tucked away in a hidden compartment of an antique writing desk. The faded ink revealed the tormented thoughts of a young woman named Elizabeth, a previous resident of the mansion who had mysteriously disappeared decades earlier. Elizabeth's words painted a chilling picture of her life within the mansion walls. She wrote of strange noises, cold spots, and a growing sense of dread that consumed her. Her entries spoke of a shadowy figure always lurking just out of sight, watching her every move. Could Elizabeth's story be connected to Sarah's disappearance? The question gnawed at Detective Monroe's mind. Was this shadowy figure responsible for both disappearances? The detective felt a surge of urgency. She had to find Sarah before it was too late. Following a trail of cryptic clues hidden within the diary's pages, Detective Monroe discovered a hidden cellar beneath the mansion. A cold draft emanated from the darkened doorway, sending a shiver down her spine. The air grew thick with the metallic scent of blood. Her hand hovered over her holster, her senses on high alert. Taking a deep breath, she descended into the darkness. The steps groaned under her weight, each creak echoing through the silence. The air grew colder, damper, as if she were entering the belly of a beast. With each step, the feeling of dread intensified. She knew she was walking into the heart of the mystery, the place where Sarah's fate would be revealed. The cellar opened into a damp, earthen chamber. A single flickering light bulb cast grotesque shadows on the dirt walls, and there, in the center of it all, was Sarah, bound and gagged but alive. Before Detective Munro could react, a figure emerged from the shadows. Tall and menacing, he lunged at the detective, a rusty blade glinting in his hand. Adrenaline surged through her veins. She reacted instinctively, years of training kicking in. A fierce struggle ensued, the only sounds the rasp of their breathing and the scrape of metal against stone. Fear threatened to consume her, but she pushed it down, focusing on the fight, on rescuing Sarah. With a final desperate maneuver, Detective Munro disarmed her attacker. He lay on the ground, subdued and seething. She quickly freed Sarah, her heart pounding with relief. As the sirens wailed in the distance, signaling the arrival of backup, the full weight of the situation crashed over her. The man was later identified as a recluse, living in the shadows of the mansion for years, warped by the tragedies he had witnessed within its walls. He believed he was protecting the mansion, keeping it from further harm. His methods, however, were twisted, his grasp on reality tenuous at best. With the case closed and justice served, a sense of somber satisfaction settled over Detective Munro. The mansion, now silent and empty once more, stood as a stark reminder of the darkness that can fester in the human heart. It was a place where tragedy had left an indelible mark, where the echoes of the past refused to be silenced. The town of Willow Creek slowly began to heal. The rumors surrounding the mansion persisted, but they were tinged with a newfound understanding, a respect for the real-life horrors that had unfolded within its walls. Standing before the mansion one last time, Detective Munro couldn't shake the feeling that it wasn't entirely empty. The silence seemed to hum with unspoken stories, the air thick with the weight of its past. Perhaps some secrets were meant to remain hidden, buried deep within the mansion's foundations. She had come to Willow Creek a skeptic, seeking concrete answers. What she found was far more complex, a tangled web of human emotion, desperation, and madness. The mansion, for all its grandeur and decay, was merely a stage, a backdrop for the very human drama that had played out within its walls. As she turned to leave, she couldn't help but feel a sense of closure, a chapter closed on a particularly harrowing case. She had stared into the abyss of human cruelty and emerged victorious. The experience had changed her, chipped away at her staunch skepticism, leaving her with a lingering sense of unease. Willow Creek and its haunted mansion would forever hold a place in her memory, a reminder that even in the most ordinary of places, darkness can lurk. And sometimes the most unsettling truths are not found in the supernatural, but in the depths of the human heart.